guys, we're back at Log Road, Steve Vollmar Memorial Sprint Enduro. So this is our Enduro test here. I think this is my second time through this loop here on the day. So with Sprint Enduros you run, there's two tests. You have a cross test and an Enduro test, and you run each of those 4 times throughout the day. And they take your cumulative times, and that's how they rank you at the end of the day. So this track was a nice track. It was dusty in the woods, so they tried to water it where they could, but some nice ruts started to develop, especially in laps 3 and 4 and some of the wood sections here. But I think we had about 3.5 miles here for the Enduro test today. Consisted of some more open woods here, a little bit of moto, and then we get into some tighter single track and a little bit of grass track. It was a great variation here on the Enduro test today. We had a pretty cool moment, when this race concluded here on Saturday. Tony and Race Vollmar and their father, Tony's father, led a memorial lap in honor of Steve, and all the riders got together and we rode the cross test as a group, and it was a pretty cool moment. Steve was one of the first guys when I started racing, 3 years ago. Really kind of always said hi to me at the track. Kind of helped me when I was getting into the family enduro series with my son. Help me any way he could. I didn't know how to do the timekeeping, and I was asking him about that, and he's always willing to help, and always a smiling face. So he's definitely missed, here at the track. But pretty cool moment. Having all those riders get together and do a lap in his honor. So I was glad I was able to participate in that. So I don't live too far from this track. I'm just here in northern Indiana, just across the border here from Michigan. So Log Road's a pretty much home track for us. So we're only about 20 minutes south of here. So makes it nice for Brady and I when we get to race here. Not a lot of travel involved. So, but we've been really dry in this area, and the track showed it for sure. I mean, it was, you can see how dry it is in here in the woods, and these ruts here, these sand ruts, this is lap 2, and they're already 12 inches deep going through some of these turns. And by our final lap, man, they were almost seat deep in a couple of them here as we come, like this one in particular got really deep, and the bikes just kind of chewed them out there. So we weren't able to ride the second day of this event on Sunday. We had some prior obligations that we had to attend to Sunday, but I imagine they probably had to divert around some of those ruts that were forming to modify the course a little bit. So if anybody's got a video out there, I'd like check that out from the Sunday race, since we weren't able to be there to see what modifications were made there. I don't know what I was doing here. I got lost a little bit. That was the one spot on the track. I did that 2 times. I came out on the track and I was like, which way do we go? And got back on course there. coming in here, back off the moto track, nice little off-camber drop here, and I'd walked this section before the race, and thought I better take it easy through there, and I figured somebody would be off course there before the day was over. And you know, even when I came through on lap 1, that ribbon had already been cut down there at the bottom, but you know, if you didn't walk the course previously, you would have no idea how off camber and how steep of a drop that was right there, dropping into the woods and get yourself in trouble like the rider back there did. So it's interesting, the rider that I ended up third on the day out of the 30 plus C, and the rider that I was kind of going back and forth with between third and fourth, he was faster on the cross test than I was by, you know, 10 to 15 seconds pretty routinely each lap, and I was faster on this test, the Enduro Test, by, you know, 15 to 30 seconds a lap. And I think fortunately this test was a little bit longer mileage than the cross test, and I was able to come out on top there. But it's kind of interesting. I'd go back to the hauler after each lap and I'd check our lap times, and I was able to close the gap a little bit on the cross test, but I just every lap he was faster on that test and I was faster on this test. And it's kind of interesting, different riding styles, how one rider can be faster in certain segments than the other. Getting to the point of the Enduro Test here that was just really tight. Pop back out here, and then a couple more sections coming up here that are just real tight first gear. You know, barely fit your bars through some of this stuff. Yeah, hats off to Logan and everybody that put this event together at Log Road. You know, they really made the most of what they can do here with their property, and really diverse course. It was really a fun day of riding, and weather cooperated as well, so that always makes for a nice day. Never did have a perfect lap on this enduro course. There was always a stall or hit my bars on a tree like that. Just never could quite put together the perfect lap. And that's why I'm a C rider. Coming out of this tight section here, a couple turns of grass track here, and then we're closing out the Enduro course here. So I throw the times up on the screen here for my Enduro test on the day. And as you can see, this was my second lap that we just saw here. So that was my fastest Enduro test of the day. The track kind of deteriorated as the day went on, and laps 3 and 4. Lap 4, I had a terrible lap, really, but I was able to hold it together and still come away third of 8 out of my 30+ seated class today. So very, very happy with that. So fun day, and can't wait to be back at the track next week. We're going to be hare scramble racing, so looking forward to that one, guys. Thanks for watching.
I had a really good lap right until the end. Stalled it twice. I felt really good like the first one. I like that. Like right out here. Oh, Sean, I think I got you a
It's my brother Cade. He was second and 30+ B today. So it's always interesting. I always forget to turn my camera off. It's kind of fun to sit and watch this.
I get that tight stuff and it's like, oh.